Half the world's population, that's nearly 3 billion people, live on less than $2 a day. 30,000 children die every single day, or that's 210,000 children each week due to poverty. And 20% of the population in developing nations use 86% of the world's goods. My only question is, what does God think about all of this? So anyway, my wife and I had our neighbors over a couple days ago for dinner. My wife, she's a fantastic cook. And we had lasagna, we had bread, we had salad. There was tons to eat, and I was able to eat all I wanted. In fact, I had 3 pieces, and I got to be honest with you, I don't remember exactly what I was tasting, because that lasagna, I just inhaled it. Now, how satisfying is that really? It's not satisfying at all. It's a silly request. And he asked them the other request. Hey, tell him to go and be with my brothers. Now what do we find here? This rich man, he thinks Lazarus is still there to serve him. He thinks Lazarus is still beneath him, still under him. He thinks Lazarus is less important than what he is. What an arrogant, stupid. We should be totally offended by this. You know what is so strange? C.S. Lewis gives us this picture of hell. It's a picture in which we see that hell is not just a place where there's fire and heartache and pain, but rather hell is a place by which forever and forever we begin to walk away from other people. We walk and we walk and we walk. Even as God casts people into hell due to their own sinful nature, in other words, due to the fact that they look at people who might need them and they say, no thanks, my gates are up, I'm inside my gates. So we would never realize that the strange story that Jesus talks about is actually a story about gluttony. It's a story about a guy, a rich man, a man who has everything, and still he desires more. Even in the midst of total isolation, even in the midst of total loneliness, even in the midst of total hell, he thinks he deserves more. Those of us who have plenty, those of us who continue to waste, maybe purposefully, maybe not, those of us who scrape our plates into the garbage disposal or into the sink, or those of us who perhaps have things by which you're just collecting mothballs and holes and other things like that in our closet. Those of us who have plenty, more than what we need. Perhaps we shouldn't be thinking about, oh, I wish I had the bigger, the better, the faster. I wish I was stronger. I wish I was more. I wish I belonged to, or I hope that. No, what we have should perfectly, without flaw, satisfy us. Maybe we should be looking for the Lazarus around us who needs us. But maybe the Lazarus that we find, maybe it's just a facade. Maybe they don't need us. Maybe we need them. So, as you desire more, push that aside and be totally, completely satisfied.